call to order the regular board meeting of the Board of Election Commissioners for the City of Chicago. Good morning. My name is Maricel Hernandez, and with me today is Commissioner Laura Kotelman
Present.
and Commissioner June Brown.
Present.
Next item on the agenda is consideration of the agenda. Any proposed changes? If not, we will proceed with the Executive Director's report. Ms. Aspera, how are you?
Good. Good morning.
Good morning.
Madam Chair, Commissioner Brown, and Commissioner Kotelman. Today is National Poll Worker Recruitment Day, and the community outreach staff will be participating in a citywide poll worker recruitment challenge. Staff will be working in pairs throughout the loop to engage with the public. The Director of Communication will cover additional outreach for today. The deadline for submitting fiscal year 2026 budget proposal, 2020, I'm sorry, let me start that over. The deadline to submit fiscal year 2027 budget proposals for the City of Chicago was Friday, August 7th. The mail canvas voter ID cards went out last week. The first day to apply for a vote by mail ballot was Wednesday, August 5th. Any voter who would like to apply can do so by going to our website. They can either apply online or print an application and mail it by October 29th. Voters have started receiving email notifications to apply for a vote by mail ballot for the November 3rd election. As of this morning, the total number of vote by mail applications is 161,344. The public has started coming into our office on the 6th floor to review records. There will be a mass disposal of miscellaneous furniture, office supplies, and electronics on Monday, August 17th for the 8th floor and Tuesday, August 18th for the 6th floor. At the warehouse, staff are currently conducting preventive maintenance on the voting equipment. This project started August 3rd, and they anticipate completing this by this Friday, August 14th. And that concludes my report.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any questions? If not, then we'll proceed with Mary Beth Caruso. Good morning, Mary Beth.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you. So just going to go over the hiring report again. So we have one person onboarding on August 17th. We have 3 people in various stages of hiring. And then we have hopefully the last of our interviews for the HR director this week. And then we begin the director of public affairs interviews next week.
Okay, great.
Pending any questions?
No. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we'll hear from Julie, our Public Information Director. Good morning.
Today, as Sandra mentioned, is National. Well, first, I'd like to welcome our media guest here, Mila Kompilova from Chalkbeat and Kate Armanini from the Chicago Tribune. Thank you for your coverage. As Sandra mentioned, today is National Poll Worker Recruitment Day. We are looking for 8,000 election judges, election coordinators to help us with the next 3 elections. That includes college students, high school students, bilingual speakers, to help voters at the more than 1,200 polls. We have press release out, social media, and as Sandra mentioned, Community Services is doing an outreach program today. It's a paid position with training, and we encourage the public to go to chicagoelections.gov for more information and fill applications. And that is it for public affairs today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just want those people who are out there to be very careful given the weather, the way it is. So if they can't be outside, that's perfectly fine. There's enough places indoors where they can recruit. Okay? Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Now we'll go to old business, infrastructure projects and changes in election administration, including electronic poll books and voting equipment. Mrs. Spera, anything?
No changes. However, I do just want to check that voting equipment was certified. What a paperwork. Our equipment is certified with Liberty Vote Democracy Suite 5.6 voting systems.
Okay. So, it is up to date and, we have no issues, with it. That's wonderful. Thank you. Mr. Lasker, no legislation, is that right?
Correct. The Illinois General Assembly is not scheduled back till after our next election. We're still watching some federal legislation, but the United States Senate is not scheduled back until September 14th.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Now we'll go to new business. We have a few contracts for approval. The first one is Athena Consulting LLC. Good morning, Carolina.
Good morning, everyone. The purchasing office is requesting your consideration and approval to award new contracts via the request for proposal for temporary staffing services for our central office headquarters and the warehouse for the 2026 and 2027 elections with the following vendors: Athena Consulting, LLC, 22nd Technologies, Inc., Infogenie, Inc., Abacus Service, Inc., and Trifecta, Inc. The purchasing department issued a request for proposal for temporary staffing services for both the central office and the warehouse. In response to the RFP, the board received a total of 28 proposals. 7 were disqualified due to incomplete submissions, and 1 was disqualified because it was received after the cutoff time. An evaluation team of 8 internal board staff reviewed and scored all 20 proposals. To mitigate workload volumes, the evaluation team was split into teams of 2 and were assigned a total of 10 proposals to review. Athena Consulting LLC, 22nd Technologies Inc., Infogenie Inc., Abacus Services Corporation, and Trifacta Inc. earned the highest evaluation scores of all the vendors. All of these contractors have had at least 2 decades of experience, with 2 having dedicated election staffing divisions. The proposals from each of these vendors had detailed scopes of work that demonstrated their understanding of what the board's needs are and provided thoughtful timelines for executing on our requests. Purchasing confirms that the appropriate steps and analysis were executed for all the proposals we received. The procurement office is requesting to award new contracts to Athena Consulting LLC, 22nd Technologies Inc., Infogenie Inc., Abacus Service Corporation, and Trifacta Inc. for a durational term expiring at the conclusion of August 10, 2027.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? And I assume that we're getting this and then we have some flexibility in terms of, if we need temporary staff,
Yes.
that's a little bit more specialized in something or the other.
Yes.
We have the flexibility to do that.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. The departments are able to choose between whichever vendors they feel best will meet their needs and expectations. And what's nice about these contracts is, for the first time, all of these vendors are able to staff for both the central offices and our warehouse. And historically, that's not been the case. I think the warehouse has been a pain point for us. We generally only had 1 vendor available for the warehouse, so it'll be nice that they'll have some options now. So yeah, but essentially all the companies are able to staff for all of the labor categories that we requested.
Okay, any questions?
Madam Commissioners, if I could add one thing, I don't think that Ms. Roman mentioned, but she mentioned to me that 4 out of these 5 vendors are minority-owned businesses as well.
Yes, that is correct.
Nice to hear. Okay. If there are no further questions or comments, is there a motion to approve bid awards and contracts for temporary staffing services with the following vendors with a durational term of August 11, 2026 through August 10, 2027, and with the combined total expenditures for all of these contracts not to exceed $4 million within fiscal year 2026? Would that be?
So the 4
Cover-
million is essentially just for this election. We are still waiting to have our 2027 budget approved, so we'll have to revisit
Got it.
again.
Okay. And these temporary staffing services and vendors are Athena Consulting LLC, 22nd Century Technologies LLC, Infogenie Inc., Abacus Service Corporation, and Trifacta, Inc. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Kotelman.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Motion passes. Next, we have a rental agreement with Meeting Tomorrow for laptop computers and related services. Ms. Roman?
The procurement office requested quotes from 2 vendors for laptop rentals for the 2026 and 2027 elections. Laptop computer rentals are commonly used as poll books for the board's early voting sites, telephone hotline terminals at Election Central, and several other uses. The procurement office has reviewed and evaluated the quotes received for laptop rentals for the 2026 and 2027 elections and recommends awarding the purchase to our longtime vendor, Meeting Tomorrow. Historically, the board has been pleased with the goods and services provided, and they have repeatedly demonstrated to be both reliable and responsible. In collaboration with IT Director Matt Lynn, we have determined that Meeting Tomorrow provided both the lowest cost and required technical specifications. Please consider granting the award for laptop computer rentals for the 2026 and 2027 elections to Meeting Tomorrow in an amount not to exceed $152,861.25.
Any questions, comments? If not, then is there a motion to approve a short-term lease agreement with Meeting Tomorrow for the rental of 450 business laptop computers for the 2026 general election and the 2027 municipal and aldermanic elections at a price not to exceed $157,641.25.
Commissioner Kotelman moves.
You want to continue and then we'll pause after the.
Let's finish the motion and then we've got a weather emergency.
Oh, okay. Motion? Is there a second? All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Motion passes. I think we have to recess for a few minutes.
We have a tornado
because of the-
warning.
Because of the tornado warning. We'll be back. We're back now in open session. After the tornado warning expired, it is 11:49 a.m. And so we'll continue with our agenda. The next item is a professional services agreement with Julie Matea for communications and public information services. Carolina?
Purchasing is requesting your consideration and approval to establish a professional services agreement with Julie Matea for ongoing communications consulting services. Ms. Matea was hired on May 27, 2026 as a consultant to provide communications consulting services following the vacancy in the Director of Public Information position. At the direction of the Executive Director, Ms. Matea has assisted with communicating the board's critical election information to the public and media outlets, as well as overseeing the operations of the Public Information Department on a temporary basis. The board has been very pleased with Ms. Matea and would like to request establishing a PSA to continue ongoing communications consulting services. Please consider entering into a PSA with Julie Matea for a durational term expiring at the conclusion of May 26, 2027, and the dollar amount not to exceed $100,000.
Okay. Any questions, comments? Julie, we're very happy with everything you've done for us. Thank you so much. And is there a motion to approve a professional services agreement with Julie Matea for communications and public information services at the rate of $50 per hour with total expenditures not to exceed $100,000 over the term of the contract, which began on May 27, 2026 and shall continue through May 26, 2027.
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Kotelman.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Kotelman votes aye.
Motion passes. Next item is a purchase agreement with Next Day Plus for printer toner cartridges. Carolina.
Purchasing is requesting your consideration and approval to purchase a quantity of 500 black toner cartridges for the ICX touchscreen BMD, which serves as our ballot on demand printers for the elections. Purchasing requested quotes from 3 vendors for 500 HP 26X black toner cartridges for the next 3 elections. The procurement office has reviewed and evaluated the quotes and recommends issuing a purchase order to Next Day Plus. Next Day Plus provided the lowest quote and has a full amount readily available in their inventory to ship. Additionally, they have proven to be a reliable and responsible supplier. Please consider issuing a purchase order to purchase 500 black toner cartridges for the upcoming 2026 and 2027 elections in an amount not to exceed $107,225.
Okay, any questions, comments? No? If not, is there a motion to approve the purchase of 500 black printer toner cartridges from Next Day Plus at a cost not to exceed $107,225?
Commissioner Kodelman moves.
Seconded by Commissioner Brown.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Kodelman votes aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have a property use agreement with 108 North State Street for election judge training and other purposes. Ms. Aspera?
Yes, I'm requesting the board to approve the lease with Block 37 for a short-term agreement for election. Oh, thank you.
For election judge training and other election day projects, including post-election canvas procedures. So yes, the request is if the board can approve a lease for Block 37. We've done for many, many years training at Block 37. So
Yes.
we're requesting.
Okay.
For
Any
lease approval.
questions? And I assume, well, how does this 115,000 compared to previous lease agreements?
I actually did look at the most recent lease from March, and we have more square footage for a smaller price right now.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve a short-term property use agreement with 108 North State Street, Chicago owner LLC for several retail suites in the Block 37 building with a total rental fee of $115,000 plus a $1,000 refundable security deposit and an occupancy term of August 17, 2026 through and including November 13, 2026.
So moved by Commissioner Brown.
Seconded by Commissioner Kodelman.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Commissioner Kodelman votes aye.
Motion passes. Next is a legal report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As you saw, we wrapped up the last of our candidate objection cases with the Electoral Board. We did just receive the one on a local advisory referendum, so the Electoral Board will live on for a little bit longer. We're continuing to monitor both with our state agency partners and also just on our own, monitoring federal litigation regarding federal election authority matters. And no changes right now. It looks like everything for the upcoming November election should stay relatively smooth and the same from a legal perspective.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Thank you. We have no financial reports. Any public comment requests? None? Okay. Is there a need for executive session today?
No, thank you.
No. Okay, therefore, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved by Commissioner Kodelman.
Seconded by Commissioner Brown.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, please state aye.
Commissioner Kodelman votes aye.
Commissioner Brown votes aye.
Motion passes. We're adjourned.